Welcome to Testimony, a musician story. Heard at testimonystories.com and narrated by myself, Brown Theory, the music lover constantly seeking positive music. Let's get started.
I settle with the sleep crime. Nights like this feel like a double lifer in the jail cell dying. Swear I can hear the reaper, is it coming for me? At nights I can't sleep, wake up sweating, too many memories. I can't shake it, you eat me alive, I can't take it. Your love for my sin, I traded all gladly. All I got is pain, nightmares, fighting my daddy. A slave to the sin, changing everyone I know. Feeding for that feeling you can't get from sex and clothes. What I'm living for, I'm praying you can change the weather, cause my life was hell. Could never hold it together. When I'm alone in the world, sometimes I stare at the wall, and in the back of my mind I hear the say, you ain't gotta die, homie, just ride for me now. You ain't gotta cry, homie, you're mine, homie. See, I don't wanna gain the whole world.
Welcome to part 2 of Testimony, a musician story, featuring Ronnie Reconcile Lillard. In part 1, we left off with Ronnie dropping his juvenile delinquent ways and leaving his hometown of Fort Myers, Florida, to play football at Rice University in Houston, Texas. In addition to triple majoring in religious studies, philosophy, and sociology, he was heavily involved in the college ministry. As if that wasn't enough, he also spent his time DJing at Christian events. Eventually, people discovered that the DJ could rap, and Ronnie became Reconcile. The same year he graduated from college, he dropped Abandoned Hope. Most recently, he released Sacrifice. As he was working on the album, one word kept popping up into his head: sacrifice.
You know, life is tough, but you got to make some sacrifices. When you make a decision to live for the Lord, it's a sacrifice, but that sacrifice pales in comparison to the sacrifice that Jesus made. And just you know, there's a lot of things that sacrifice. In my marriage, I have to sacrifice. So much of this life is a sacrifice. You know, I gotta die to my pride. It's a sacrifice, but it's a good one. All right, and so you know, I really wanted to challenge people just with the idea of that. You know, when you sit down and you reflect and you think about what Jesus has done for you and his sacrifice. I've been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. This life that I do live, I live just in utter love and gratefulness because he died for me. And so I want to push people to see that.
Reflecting on his past and where he currently is in life inspired the track Amen.
If it had not been for the Lord, I never would have made it. Like, the ratchetness in my life, it had weighted me down, you know, and it wouldn't have been, I wouldn't even be having the story if it hadn't been for the Lord.
Who would have thought I'd be right here? Not me, not this, not never. My Lord, my God, I'm a ride for whatever. Any endeavor, whenever, wherever. As long as you got me on riding, you know it's whatever. So on that sin, that was on me. A little rat to do, homie, that was on me. I should have been there for you. I was too conceited. When people got close, I abused their love, I lied, I cheated. When it come back, said it gon' rain forever.
The story of Mary and Martha encouraged him to write the song Can't Take This From Me.
Dirty boy from that trailer park, but you made me. No happy home, my mama gone, that refrigerator stayed empty. Hiding late in homes, what they was cooking, crack in the kitchen, roaches on the ceiling. It was ramen noodles with chicken, you keep that shit out. Make you wanna murk yourself, when they had to break yourself, hate yourself, curse his name. Right around South Central with propane and the pain, the burning flames. I know, I poured the gasoline, you ain't need to me, you love your enemy. Devil in my ear, hollering, knocking, ease the pain, give you the nah, don't blame me. Nah, nah, don't blame me. Washed in the blood of Jesus. I hit that water. Lost my life, headshot, manslaughter. Oh, and we ain't never had that. I'm from a violent home and my hood don't play.
That's how I live my life behind, you know. You can say whatever you want to say in the world, but you cannot tell me nothing about Jesus. Why can't you tell me nothing about Jesus? Because, dog, I know what Jesus has done for me. I know how he's changed my life. I know the person that he's made me. He is my hope. He's my rock. He's my peace. And you can't take this from me. You can take my job. I cannot have money. My marriage can fall off, but you cannot take Jesus from me. Right? I think about, you know, Martha and Mary sitting at the feet of Jesus, and she's tripping like, you know, why is she working in here, Jesus? You know, and he looks at her. He's like, you know, she has chosen a better thing, and this will not be taken from her. No matter how bad your life is, you know, if you got Jesus, they can't take it from you.
Like what you're hearing so far? Check us out at testimonystories.com.
That's testimonystories with an S.com.
Where you can hear content for you and about you. Everyone has a testimony. Everyone has a testimony. And we want to hear yours. Tell us how God has transformed your life. Each month, we will select a person to highlight and interview. Find out more at testimonystories.com.
Testimony.
A musician's story. Testimony, where Christian hip-hop artists give you an exclusive look into their lives and their music. Take a journey into the minds of today's top Christian hip-hop artists as they open up and share about their past, their faith, and their music in ways you've never heard before. Put on your favorite pair of headphones or turn the stereo volume up and listen.
A musician's story.
Say, bro, I'm hollering.
Dearly Departed is targeted towards individuals that are out on the street hustling and features Houston rapper Pyrex.
Dearly Departed, I'ma come the hardest regardless. I'm a beast in streets and I'm heartless. I don't look for trouble cause I started, I don't care. I'm about minds, yeah, I got kids, don't trip, I got minds. I'm a product of the struggle, coming hard times. What you talk about, homie, y'all bustin' rounds and I bust it down. I'm talking about bricks, trap all day, hitting licks at the licks. I put it on my set cause I'm on my lid. We ain't getting little money, we racks out here, no fear, cause we here. I got tattoo tears cause I lost what's dead. You talk about loss, I ain't never been scared. It's some lost, bro. They at the door right now. Get the dope, get the guns, go now. Get on the floor, get on the floor. Put your hands behind your back. Now I ain't do nothing, man. What you doing? I ain't do nothing. Man, let me go. Whatever you say, homie, you can tell it to the truth. Sitting in this cell, I done lost it all with no bail. Living this street life, it never fails. Now I'm living a life in hell. Lord, please save me away from what I started. Give me another chance to be a father. Your words say repent and I'm sorry. I get my soul, I'm tired of being heartless. Get in the party, Brad and hit a seat, done got it started. Ain't gone in the system, can you save them all out? Get in the party.
I wanted it to knock on one of the dudes to feel like, man, that's hard. And it tells the life of the pitfalls of living this thug life, living, trying to be hard, trying to chase these things that don't matter, fighting in the club, and just, you know, all these different things that we idolize in our culture. And it's like saying if you chase these things, you're gonna die behind it. Man, so Pyrex embodies that life. And when I first got the verse back and I was listening to it, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna be, I don't know if you wrote a Christian verse. Right? But then as I started hearing it, and I was like, oh my gosh, man. So when I got back on the phone with him, I was like, dude, I love it. He's like, you see what I did? I had no fear. He's like, this is what I do. I get bread. I chase these racks, and I mash people's heads behind it. Like, this was my life. But he's like, I lost everything doing that. He's like, and I just wanted to communicate that. And Pyrex has a beautiful life, man. You know, he went with rapping with Trey the Truth and ABN to going to the penitentiary and having a relationship with Jesus and coming out and changing everything about his life. So I thought it was probably one of my favorite features on there.
Verse 48, send a prayer for my hood. We on verse 48. People dying to see it, don't see it.
48 takes the listener and puts them in Reconcile's shoes and shows them how he's living.
Cross on my back, they got it held down debt. I let the world think I'm crazy, I ain't chasing the stacks. Said I need that grace to the max. I bleed that blood on my life. You catch us riding in your hood. Somebody dying tonight, verdict is suicide. They hit that bar, but that really went from death to life. Blood all over his body, beard on the side. Now you riding with your fam on that Jesus Christ, and I'm highly frontline. Penetrating like D-Rose. I'm rolling with gators, I'm dressing in all black. Like Oakland the Raiders, I tell them live for the Christ. There's nobody greater, we in the middle of the hood. Repping the Savior, I'm hollering. All of my dogs, my clique gon' run it out. Certified goons and them shoulders gon' run it.
So if you ever was to come out to Houston and you say, hey, I want to chill with Rex for like a week, like you're going to be in the hood, you're going to be in the projects, you're going to see that we really know these dudes who are on the corner. You're going to see that these dudes who are on the corner selling rocks, even though they know it's wrong, they have a relationship with us and they'll come to the missional community and they'll stride it. And some of them have changed their entire lives and we're out here doing this. And so every time I ride through the hood, it's just like, it's real, dog. It's war. Like, boys is dying out here. And I pray that instead of dying behind the trigger and dying forever, that they die to sin. And they pick up their cross and die to choose life. And so we're out here making war, praying, fighting that these dudes would know Jesus. And so it's just, if you one of them cats who's an urban missionary, you in the hood, it should be like your anthem, man. We're out here first 48. All of my dogs, my clique, we gonna run it. Certified goons and them shorts gonna run it. Front of line 116 gonna run it. We're gonna be out here. We're gonna be giving dudes Jesus.
Testimony.
A musician's story. Testimony, where Christian hip-hop artists give you an exclusive look into their lives and their music. Take a journey into the minds of today's top Christian hip-hop artists as they open up and share about their past, their faith, and their music in ways you've never heard before. Put on your favorite pair of headphones or turn the stereo volume up and listen.
A musician's story.
Connect with Testimony, a musician story through social media. Find links to our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and more at testimonystories.com. A musician's story. HHGH is an acronym for Hustle Hard, Grind Harder. And it plays off the first track of the album, Risen, where a guy decides he needs to know Jesus and murder his flesh.
But I'm flashing through the city, windows down, white beat, a bottle seats in the fitty. I ain't stepping by the window, sleep when I die. On that 24 cell, 365. That's right, I hustle hard, could grind hard, hustle hard, could grind hard, hustle hard, could grind hard, hustle hard. Now pray hard, hood steady hurt, north, east, south, west. Grandma steady praying for me. Don't need all I can get that prayer verse.
And so the second track over, HHGH, is kind of like, okay, so I made this decision to live for the Lord, but dang, I'm still in the hood. What should I do with my life? And so the cry is, God didn't let me die, and so I won't let other people out here die. I'm going to fight for them. I hustle hard. I grind out here, and I give everything that I have that people might know Jesus. And, the life ain't pretty. There ain't no picture of when I come to the Lord, everything was great. It's like, I'm still out here, I'm pushing a Chevy Impala that broke down, caught on fire, sitting on donuts, tags was outdated, making sure that we got enough money to handle our household, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like we're trying to make investments with our money and be wise with the money and steward and do things for the kingdom. And it's like everything ain't gravy. I ain't rich. Can't see me, they think I got money, yo, just because we got videos and different things like that. It's like, nah, God provides everything that we need. And we out here and we're grinding because he's good. Not because we think it's going to give us a pat on the back.
Towards the end of the album, more introspective songs about struggling with sin can be found. And Last Night is one of them.
My life's broke. Can you hear me? I feel like I'm alone. I live in when you don't answer. What can I say? I try to fight for my ways when they're not your way. Last night I walked away from you. Last night I hid my face from you. Yeah, your mercy was new. Your grace was brand new. Last night I cried, but I woke up in the morning, and your mercy was new. Your grace was brand new. Yeah, Lord, keep me strong. Lord, keep me strong. 'Cause I can't go on walking alone. I said I need you. I guess this hell don't get no realer.
You know, like I think we've all been there. Just at a point where you're tired of your sin. You've been wrestling with it for a long time. You lost. You know that you get nothing from it. But you're just kind of in that mode. Sometimes you're just rebelling against God. And just think of in those low moments, you know, God still has mercy for us in the morning. And he still loves us, and he still fights for us. And you know, it's just something you could take hold of in those moments that, man, even as bad as I feel right now, or as defeating as this seems, like God's got grace in the morning, and he's forgiven me through his son. And so it just kind of gives you this feeling at any point I can trust in him, and it can change.
While listening to the song Leave You, Reconcile hopes people will ask themselves, what are the things I need to leave and let go in order to live in the fullness of Christ?
With Jesus, I can't replace the feeling. I play regrets. The past is past and it's gone, I done it. I can't sit in front like this ain't what I wanted, like this ain't what I chose. Admit I lost control. Admit I placed it in my life, open it, what it's gonna take for me to leave you? Do I die slow? Do I let go? I'm tired of thinking that I need you. You got me feeling like I'm wrong. What it's gonna take for me to leave you? 'Cause I'm dying daily. Promise you save me. I'm tired of thinking that I need you. What it's gonna take? Care for me.
Sin destroys our communities. It destroys our homes. Got family members, who are alcoholics, who were to drink, and guilt has just destroyed every relationship in their life. I know people who, shooting myself with sexuality. Sexuality can strip a lot of things from you. And so you got to ask yourself at the end of the day, are you going to let this master you to your death? What will it take? What are the things you got to leave and let go in order to live in the fullness of Christ? And I just want people just to be real with themselves and then look in the mirror on that song. Like, it's this, it's that, and what will it take to leave it?
Make It Out is a song based off of a guy he ministers to.
Grew up blessing, not to blessing. Typical adolescent. He was raised in the bottom, south side, Houston, Texas. Old man was a thug. Bullet holes in the cat. Mama hate to see his face. Baby raised to hate his daddy. Concrete road, trying to find a way. Mama hot and weak, pro cutting yesterday. People at a home and stay. Growing up with none. See the Jordans in the feet is what it take to get some. Hit a lick, on the chain, get some chains by a block. Hit the block and now he's slanging. But say it ain't so. Cause he done lost his father, not another. When the laws kick the door, that's the last he seen his brother. Single mother on drugs. Trying to do the best she could. Watching everything to him a dog. to the hood. He spent his 20s in and out of jail. He sees dope as a way of leaving hell. I know a place you can make it out.
His life fell through the bottom. His dad got murdered. Mother hated him because of it, because he looked just like his dad. Mother didn't want to be in his life. He's on the block and he's saying like, dang, well, they got Jordans, they got nice shoes, Reeboks, they got clothes, they got money, they got gold chains. Like, what does it take to have these things? And so the mindset in the hood is, well, shoot, you hit a lick, you steal some stuff, you get up, you make some kind of money, you go buy the drugs, you flip it, and then you're on like the rest of the guys. And guys will live in that cycle, stack the money, get arrested, take all the stuff that they had, all their assets that they gained, use that as bond money, and live in that cycle. And so selling dope is a way to leave this hell that I'm in. And it really paints a picture of this, but it's like paint the whole picture, and you'll see that that's a false reality. And so you never make it out of that unless you know Jesus. Like, knowing Jesus is the way to make it out of that hell that we're in sometimes.
Testimony.
A musician's story. Testimony, where Christian hip-hop artists give you an exclusive look into their lives and their music. Take a journey into the minds of today's top Christian hip-hop artists as they open up and share about their past, their faith, and their music in ways you've never heard before. Put on your favorite pair of headphones or turn the stereo volume up and listen.
A musician's story.
Everyone has a testimony, and we want to hear yours. Tell us how God has transformed your life. Each month, we will select a person to highlight and interview. Find out more at testimonystories.com.
Testimony.
Download the podcast of Testimony, a Musician Story on iTunes. Find out how at testimonystories.com.
A musician's story.
I've been rummaging through my past like rubber. Now you don't see my struggle. Now you don't see
Numb
my pain. It ain't
is another track about two individuals he has personal relationships with. The song also features the love of his life, LaDuana, his wife.
Grow where I stay. Mama poured out, beans gone in the hallway. I came here high, ain't about to cry, river can't feel my heart. Them tears didn't dry. My searching for love, I got missing. Mama died of AIDS when my father's still in prison. How I wanted to die. When I stand here to gain, I got beat up every day. Same street I stay. You know I had to join the game. Why you think I sell? Yeah, it's 4 pounds. No more way to pain. Hold up.
I was talking to a young woman who was in one of my classes, one of the adults on probation, and we go through it. We try to do like some discipleship courses, and she just wasn't feeling nothing that we were talking about. And at the end of the day, she would be real defiant. I just pulled her aside one time. I was like, "So what's going on?" But hey, man, my daddy was a church man, and he used to rape me and my sisters. And so I don't really be feeling what you're saying. And so it just paints this picture like some people just, like, life has happened and it's caused them to be numb to hearing from God. There was another man, the second verse is about another man who was in that class. And, his mom died of AIDS as a prostitute. And, his dad, while his mom died, his dad was in jail the whole time. And so he started selling drugs. What else does he do? He just sell drugs to get beat up. Join the gang, get beat up. And, that just weighs like, man, if God loves me, how could all this have happened? And so what I try to paint the picture in the song is like, man, how could you say that God not loves you? You're still here. And then the biggest issue that he had, he gave everything that he had to deal with it. He gave his son to die for you. And in those moments, you can't help but look at the fact that, man, God has loved you. He spared you. Look around. None of us are good or deserve anything. but God still chooses to love us while we were enemies towards him. Yeah. And so that's my wife singing, man. She's on that. She's on Make It Out. She can really sing, man. She's starting to pick up some pieces on the side. But yeah, she did a thing on that song.
Since a youngin' I was down for the sentence. When my mama left, I cried for a minute. White new tears with bad decisions. Ooh, I just wanted them to feel me. They couldn't find love. Hate was all we seen. Then somebody gave me Jesus first time I breathed. Boy, I do this for the Lord. He everything I need. Boy, I do this for the Jews. They was just like me. Now every time I hit my knees, I see the genocide. White, black, Latin, I done seen them all die. Before they see me dead, I'ma paint the city red with a cross on my back or a noose around my neck. Just that here that got Martin Luther King pop. Same hope, have a son, stop selling rock. This that love that kept my dog through a life sentence. This that sacrifice. Ride with me.
The title track, Sacrifice, is a high-energy anthem.
Look at what Jesus has done and what that causes people to live for. I think about the disciples, you know, they're like, man, I'll die for Jesus because how good he is and who he is. You look at Martin Luther King, he marched and he continued to walk into the pits of hell, you know, because behind what he believes and what he stands for, and the crux of that being his faith. And I think about the guys in prison who turn their life around and risk, being killed because of their faith. And it's just a real picture of like Jesus can change lives, and he is who he is, and he's king. And he's made this beautiful sacrifice that rallies us to have different lives. And so it's just this cry that I'll die for it. You know, it's that real. It's my sacrifice for you for what you've done for me.
Blood hit the concrete, another victim of a homicide. I can hear the 5-0, we ain't make it. And now mama on channel 9, trying to cope, daddy gone, she can't take it. Vengeance up, somebody gon' ride, full of hate in their heart. Ski mask on their eye. Who else gon' die? Why you steady trying to prove that you bought that?
South Central is dedicated to the inner city, and the video is just as powerful as the passion that bleeds through Reconcile's vocals.
This Fisher cut bait, little homie, tick-tock. Big brother, still trying to live that hood fable. Dope money, bullets on the table. He say he trying to change, but can't stop it. At night, see me shaking, you don't see no other option.
You know, as you ride through the streets, you see the decay, and you see the broken lives, and you see the cycle. You see the system, and if you're not careful, it gets you real sad. You know that it just continues to repeat itself. In Fort Myers, 3rd Ward, Houston, Texas, 5th Ward. I don't care where you go, it's there. And so, in these neighborhoods, we fight. If we could just win one, if we could win two, like if it's our family members. You know, we shouldn't let these people go just because the fact that God doesn't let us go. And, so it's just this cry, like, I understand, I get it. I understand that it's tough, it's hard. You will lose it all out here, but we won't let you go. And he hasn't let us go. He won't let you go. And so, just kind of painting that picture right there.
Change our hearts, but we as sinners, forgive us and Lord, can move that pride that's deep within us, can't you see? It's all designed for you to die. Partner, open up your eyes and make a stand to survive. Give your life to Jesus, keep your life and you lose it. Hate sin, cause if you love it, you will run back to it. Please believe me.
Thank you for listening to Testimony, a musician's story. This has been a Brown Theory production and an 83 Media production. To hear this episode again, as well as past episodes, visit testimonystories.com. Until next time, I'm Brown Theory, the music lover constantly seeking positive music.
Feel his love won't let you go, won't let you go. It won't let you go. It won't let you go. I know because it saved my